welcome back to the Garden and Gargoyle YouTube channel.
Boy, are you enthusiastic today?
I've already had 3 nightmares about our train trip. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. Well,
Since booking the train, I've had 3 separate nightmares, all of which have been us being late to the train.
oh, can I be too?
You have to be at least 40. To check in your bags at an Amtrak station, you must be at least 45 minutes early prior to your departure. If not, your bags will not be checked and you will have to carry them on board if allowed.
Wow, that's like a public service. Hey, how come you got so tall all of a sudden?
Well, because
what did you do?
I was being like a commercial person.
Wow. Smile again. I want to see, did your teeth look really white? Have you guys noticed that? Look how white her teeth looks.
They're not white in person.
Yeah, she's right. No, I'm kidding. They are too. They're very
Hello,
white.
darkness,
My old friend.
So on today's episode,
Today's episode is about
hotel scheduling. Yay!
And when you schedule a hotel, it's for one of 2 reasons: fun or no fun. And in this case, it's
Fun.
yes.
If you live in a part of the country where it's pretty cheap to stay in a hotel, a weekend getaway just to be in a nicer place if you feel like it must be amazing.
Yeah, because I'll tell you, this isn't to complain because there are more expensive parts of the country, but we are in an expensive part of the country. And like this time of year, because it's peak season, if you go to a hotel, we were just in Boston, my wife and I, it was like $800 a night. But I love hotels too. I love resort hotels.
We love resort. We want to feel like we're on a cruise ship. It's why we were such big fans of staying at Disney World for years.
Yeah.
And it's why when we were on our cross country, we stayed at some really nice hotels because the hotel is the trip for us. So today what we're going to be showing you is us basically just scheduling our hotel, the thought that went into it, what we look out for, and basically what we're going to be doing. So hopefully this helps, or at least is a little bit entertaining, and stay tuned for future videos, but we'll get right into it. So after scheduling our Amtrak adventure from Chicago to San Antonio, we discovered that the only possible arrival time on the dates that we were looking for was going to be at 9:55 p.m. We decided that we were going to stay in a cheaper hotel just for one night, seeing as we are going to be arriving in San Antonio so late. There was a hotel about 5 minutes down the road, which is the Fairfield Marriott, and we are fans of the Marriott Hotel, so we're putting our trust in it for the one night. The cost of the one night stay for the Fairfield by Marriott is about $102.74 for that one night, and basically we're just using it as a buffer until we get to our next hotel.
Well, we trust the Marriott brand. I'm a Marriott Rewards member. We've been to well over 100 Marriott hotels over the years, and so we're very confident that it will be. And for $100, it's not a big risk. If we're going to be traveling in a motorhome or something similar for a long way, it's nice when you get to your destination that it's an over-the-top, opulent place. So
with that in mind, I set Dad off on his task of finding where our opulent hotel was going to be. The first one that we took real interest was the Mocara Hotel and Spa, which you can tell just from the website is definitely what San Antonio has to offer. Definitely the niche of the Riverwalk and that kind of old Spanish vibe.
We look at the hotel as our destination. So we want typically a resort style hotel. And although the Riverwalk is a great place and this Mocara seems like a great hotel, it's a little bit of a boutique style, even though it has some pretty nice amenities, but not necessarily resort style.
They did have a rooftop cafe as well as a rooftop pool. And from what I understand, the pool is heated, although I think that might just be because it is in Texas and it is 100 degrees year round.
Yeah, it's self-heated.
I don't
Osmosis.
think anyone is heating the pool on purpose, and if they are, I have to ask the very dumb question of why. As nice as it seemed, it didn't have the bells and whistles we were looking for.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think it's a wonderful hotel. I think it's a wonderful location, but it doesn't it doesn't meet what we like.
The next place that Dad found was the Hyatt Hotel, and I recently stayed in a Hyatt in Houston, and it was a pretty nice hotel, so I was interested to seeing what they had to offer.
For me, this was a great resort hotel, and I was actually thinking that this was going to be the winner because, it's a fabulous hotel. And I sent it to Amanda. We started looking at it, and we did agree that it was a terrific hotel.
At first glance, Dad was definitely a fan of it. He loves, really, you seem to like a lot of it. However, I wasn't overly amused, and especially when the lazy river came into play and I was tricked into thinking it was a real river, I did not like that. I thought that we were going to go from train to river water, and I am too high maintenance for that kind of a lifestyle.
It's a beautiful place, and it's an opulent place. There's no doubt about it. In our mind, at that point, this was the place. And so it wasn't like, oh, we don't like this place. It's just you're continuing to research.
As Dad said previously, we are Marriott fans, so we had decided to take a quick look to see what was in the area. And that is how we stumbled upon the JW Marriott. Just from the first photo on the website, it was already too late. We had put our money down as fast as we could because it is just gorgeous. The pool to the rooms to the lobby, it really just took our breath away, and it was one of those places that we could definitely find ourselves being entertained the entire time.
Yeah, the two of us, the minute we saw the photo at the beginning, it just goes to show you, for certain products, for certain things, websites can definitely sell it. And I'm going to tell you, that first photo,
we were sold.
We definitely were.
Hook, line, and sinker. It was too late for any other choice. That was simply where we were going to be. Just the rooms looked amazing. The features, the dining looked fantastic, especially this photo of 2 slices of bacon atop some arugula. It really just screamed health, well-being, relaxation, and Texas.
Yeah, it's Texas vegetarian. Yeah, not to mention it has a number of slides and different things, and so I don't know that we'll spend a lot of time on the slides, but they're nice to look at. If
we
nothing
will
else.
Look at them
a
lot.
Right. Yeah, and Santa's on one of them.
I also enjoyed how under the activities section it says year-round holidays, and they have a faux Santa in red Crocs waving at us from the lazy river.
Yeah.
They also advertise nearby attractions like flamethrowers and tanks. I can get behind those attractions.
Yeah, I mean, tell me what says vacation more than a Sherman tank? And by the way, the JW Marriott logo just happens to be a griffin, which we're just going to say is close enough to a gargoyle. And so that really was the deciding factor.
So we're looking at about $1,650 for the cost of the hotel and $3,990 for the cost of the Amtrak train, which means we're going to enjoy every second, because if not, we will be very mad. If you would like to see any of the details from our trip, just subscribe to our channel for upcoming videos. Send us a like, and if you have any questions or comments,
I'm curious what your comment is regarding that photo, because that photo sold it for Amanda and I. We didn't even have to look at the rest of the site.
So that is all for today. That is the hotel that we will be staying at the beginning of October. And if you would like to see more, definitely stay tuned.